Alright, I had to take this boost control apart again because it was giving me a bad time. Intermittent connections, so I guess that's what I would term it as. Uh, the boost was working, and then it wasn't working. Then it would work, and then it wouldn't. Then the treble wouldn't work, or the high boost wouldn't work. The only thing that was really solid was the phono radio button. Because, if you noticed here, these are tight together. I mean, they're touching each. Well, with the exception of that one, I'm going to fix that one. But there was no problem with this end of it. This, excuse my reaching across here. This section here is the phono radio button. This one here is the high boost. This one over here on the end is low boost. See how separated that is? Now, I'm not really sure how they get that way. I mean, there's really no sideways stress on it. I don't know what would weaken it, but I'm going to tighten them up, which means I'm going to try and do a little punch up with these rivets, eyelets, and getting them up tight, and then flexing these back so that they touch like these over here. Here are the sliders. I'm going to scratch them up again and get them all nice and clean and everything. If you go this far, pay attention to how these things are oriented when they come out. Because if you don't, oh, you're going to have a problem. So, we're going to go ahead and get this worked on. We'll get it back together, we'll get it installed, and we'll check it out again. I'm trying to get it to a point to where I can do an alignment on the chassis, on the radio. I still yet to track down the problem with if there is a problem, with the band spread. The band spread is the one that seems to be not working. I don't get anything on it, not even a chirp out of it. So it may be one of these. You can't see it. Let me scooch this up here a little bit. It may be one of these chinkawonkies here that may be a problem. So I got to get that tracked down. But first I wanted to get it to a point to where I could do an alignment on it. And if I can get a signal through on the band spread on any portion of the dial, then it is functional. But I got to get back together again so I can do it again. So stand by and we'll get her going. All right, we got this thing cleaned up, tightened up, and the contacts put back on the thing. The only thing holding these things on right now is the grip on these contacts here on the lower board. It's the only thing holding these things on. It's easier to put them on here and get them slid into place and then put this back onto that, jiggling the adjusters here a little bit in order to get those pins right there. And let's get something so we can get up close here and look. These pins are right here to lock into these areas right here, these holes, these little square holes. And And that's all that you need to do with that. Now, if you're having a problem with this thing locking in, push once, it locks in, push again, it unlocks and comes back out. These little butterfly things you see down in there, you push it again, there's a little nub on the end of this, I don't know what you call it, this bend right here, down here on this arm, on this shaft, that pushes against this little notch portion of the thing, and it's what tips it into position where this part of the thing locks against the other end of the butterfly. And when you push it again, it takes it out of position so that this thing here just straightens it back out again. So if you have a problem with it, check if you can get it apart, if you want to go that far. If you get it apart, check this arm right here. It may have been bent or something that's not allowing this thing to position properly in order for it to lock in. So we're getting ready to put this thing back together. Let me get it back together and we'll put it back in the machine. We'll give it another try. So hang in there. Alright, we got the assembly back in. We got it fired up.
Wasn't Aaron Rodgers out? I am so sick and tired of listening to Aaron Rodgers may do this and he might not go back to Green Bay anymore.
Does this not remind you of covering the Kevin Durant saga this past summer and how many years off your life that thing took?
Oh no! And
yeah, that's on the brilliant setting.
Play again for the Bulls
we'll
back
put
in the
it
day.
In the mid-range
there are
setting.
A lot of similarities there, but in this case, this is another example, as the Durant saga was over the summer for the Brooklyn Nets. This was self-inflicted.
Now we'll go into the
Aaron
base.
Rodgers could easily just say, hey, I want to come back to Green Bay, or, I want to play elsewhere, whether it's with the Jets or somebody else. But it seems like he just loves to keep his name in the mix and at the forefront of everybody's minds. What is interesting to me, and we've talked about it throughout the show, but Diana and Rob Demoski and Dan Graziano have been reporting throughout the day when the Jets brass, specifically Woody Johnson,
she's working great. Now, we're gonna move to an alignment. I'm not gonna video that. And then we'll get the band spread checked out during that segment. So, thanks for watching. We're moving along. I hope to get to that cabinet by the end of the week anyway. Thanks for watching.